What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Me personally, I'm not. I'm not having the best, right? The weekend won't the best for me. Um, we're gonna talk about the NBA All-Star weekend, right? That's the reason why it won't the best for me. It actually was not the best All-Star weekend. Let's talk about it. Now it was hosted by the Warriors, right? It was in the Bay Area. San Francisco, we got you. There's 5 total events spanning 3 days, Friday through Sunday. So I'm going to rank them and talk about them in order from worst to best. All right? Bear with me. So the skills challenge has my number 5, right? That was the worst one for me. Personally, it's typically the worst one for me. It's cool, congrats to the Cavs for winning. Shout out Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell did do a good job. But yeah, it's just a skills challenge. Like NBA athletes, players supposed to make chest passes through tires and make buckets uncontested, make layups, dribble the ball up the court, no defense. Timed, I'll give you. Like I said, So number 5 for me. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is a tie, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, I have a tie for the Rising Stars Challenge and the NBA All-Star Game. That's right. So I got them at number 3 and number 4. Pick your poison. I have it slided as number 3 right now. So I'll talk about the Young Bucks first, right? It was cool. It's good seeing the young boys per usual. All right. It's a nice addition of getting, and it was a nice addition of the winner getting to face the All-Stars. Like, that was cool. That was cool to see. I did wish that the Thompson twins team ultimately won. I was a little biased. I'm a Thompson fan. But he did at least get to play in the All-Star game. So that was nice to see. But the Rising Stars game challenge was cool. They did break down the squad similarly to how the All-Star game did. And like I said, it's the young boys. You get to see them. So it's cool seeing the young boys because they have a little bit more energy, a little bit more drive, a little bit more hunger. So you get to see a little bit more defense. Also, it's funny to see who emerges as the top dogs out of them. But the All-Star game, though, having that tie with the Rising Stars Challenge. See, I like watching the Rising Stars Challenge, but the All-Star game should be number 1. Worst case, number 2. But seeing that as number 3 for me is tough. Now, I'm not going to bash it too much. I have five pros and 5 cons, right? I could have done a lot more cons, but I'm trying to be nice today. I did like seeing something new. They did break the teams down to 4, right? And like I said, they brought in they brought in the young boys, which ended up, all right, cool. I that's fine. That's points 1 and 2 right there. Like, Amen looked like a stud still for me. And I want him to see, I want him to attack more consistently. Like, that's an all-star pro for me. It was cool seeing Steph, Jason Tatum, KD, Dame, and Kyrie all play on the same squad. That was legitimately cool. Like, I did appreciate that. I don't know how many more times we're going to get a chance to see that, right? It was also cool to see the international players play on the same team. Like that little commercial that they had where they were in Christmas when they were like, "Oh, you guys think you run the league? All right, well now you guys get to show what happens. You got dog walked, but it's cool though. Like I know it's a fun little narrative to play on. The cons though was the game didn't have the same level of competition still. Like, I'm still not seeing that. Go back and watch 2005, 2015. You still get the excitement, but still a little bit more defense. This year still looked like a pure highlight show. And I ain't like that. Now, the scores, they weren't really close at all still. And again, that goes back to not really much defense. It was a pure highlight show. And then they did try to limit the total points to 40, right? So you had to go up to 40 points. That didn't help out the defense still. Again, like, come on now. We got to, as a product, we got to put forth a little bit more effort. And finally, Braun dipping last minute hurts. Now, like, I know some of y'all think I'm a Braun hater. Braun's not my favorite player, but I give the man his just due. And when you dip last minute like that because you say your ankle hurts. I get it. Don't get me wrong. You got to focus on the NBA season when you're trying to get a championship, Laker fans, right? Feel like you knew that ahead of time though. Like you could have told people you weren't going to play in the All-Star game a long time ago. That's all I'm saying. Like the fact that this was last minute for me, and you at the end of your career too, almost. So it's like I know some fans was a little hurt. So the All-Star game for me, ladies and gentlemen, it's at number 3. Yeah, it's tied with the Rising Stars game. And again, the Rising Stars challenge I usually like. It's usually tied with the 3-point contest or fourth. So the fact that the All-Star game dropped this low is kind of sad. And to be honest with you, I only put it 3 because they had more talent to display than the Rising Star Challenge. That's it. That's it. Let these Rising Star Challenge get a little spicy. And they dropped the 4th. Oh my God. That's terrible. But let's talk about number 2, which was the 3-point contest. That's right. That was the second best event for me all weekend. I'm sorry. We got to give a shout out to Tyler Hero, right? In the first round, I did tell people 3-peats are tricky, right? Shout out to the Chiefs because they are help prove this narrative right now. But 3-peats are tricky, and Damian Lillard was daggone so trying to get himself a 3-peat this year for the 3-point contest. And Buddy did not do a good job. Ironically, Buddy Hield did do a good job. Had 31 points in the first round. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's record breaking right there. I'm just saying. So the fact that Buddy did that well and did well the second round too. You gotta give credit to Tyler Hero because Buddy almost won that last rack that Buddy had. He was literally one basketball away from beating Tyler Hero. 29-28 was the score. So you have to tip your cap to Tyler Hero because clearly Buddy was out for blood. Like this man was averaging 29.5 points a game. I did that math off the top of my head real quick, so I apologize if it is wrong, but like it's close. Like that is crazy. So you got to give Tyler Hero some love and Buddy too. And then we appreciate everybody who competed as well because we appreciate it. Like it was a good 3-point contest this year. Tip of the cap. Number 2. And number 1, which this one could be a little controversial, the dunk contest. Some people had gripes, right? My thing is this. First and foremost, let's give a shout out to Mac McClung for 3-peating, right? He won 3 years in a row. Dunk contest. We can't scoff at that, ladies and gentlemen. We also got to give a tip of the cap to Castle and Matas and Andre for competing as well, right? Castle did go on to the final round to face Mac, and he actually performed his ass off as well too. So I definitely want to salute Stephon Castle from the Spurs, giving another reason why the Spurs are a team of the future. But I saw some trolls on there saying how Mac McClung, a white guy, 3-peat in the dunk contest during Black History Month. Shout out Kevin Love. Like maybe that'll inspire other stars like Ja Morant and Zion. Hell, even Braun to come out and participate in the dunk contest. Because it is perceived that the NBA stars are in fact scared of the dunk contest. Like I believe Mac McClung could actually win potentially 4 in a row. Although Stephon Castle should again try the very next season, and I think he could win as well. Because if he didn't miss one of those dunks, like there was one dunk where he had to repeat once. If he didn't do that, we could be talking about an overtime dunk contest. That would have been stellar. And it's going to be in the Clippers are going to be hosting it next year. So we could have Mac McClung, Stephon Castle, and Derrick Jones Jr. Let's say he wants to come back to it, right? And he's still on the Clippers. That could be interesting, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. So the dunk contest, if y'all didn't watch it, please go to YouTube and watch the highlights because them dunks were spectacular. Mac McClung's dunks, Stephon Castle's dunks, they were good. My only gripe about this NBA dunk contest is we got to stop this participation award thing, man. Like Matas and Andre both messed up on their dunks. It's okay to admit that. I appreciate their efforts. I would not give them 40 plus points for their dunks. I wouldn't have. I'm sorry. I couldn't have. Like the basic dunks that they gave to, nah. And they missed multiple times. Couldn't do it. So we got to stop the participation trophies, ladies and gentlemen. These are NBA professional athletes. These are grown men. All right, let's call a spade a spade. But other than that, dunk contest is my number one. And if you don't believe me, go check it out for yourself. But before we do go, I do want to say, and this is another gripe for why I had with the NBA All-Star game being as trash as it was, because I did want to have the NBA All-Star game talked about as the last point, so that way I can make my transition onto my fixes. But I had to talk about them so damn early that now I got to transition after the dunk contest, which was, again, number one. But my fixes for the All-Star weekend is this. And maybe I'm too optimistic on this. Y'all let me know, please. Turn the All-Star game weekend, all right, the All-Star weekend, to an All-Star week. Similarly to how the Unrivaled League did their one-on-one tournament. They made it a full week long. It was really 3 days, but it spanned Monday, Tuesday, and then Friday. Well, we have multiple things going on. So for me, I would prefer seeing 35 players playing one-on-one to like 11. Or you have a 10-minute clock. Like the Unrivaled League. If you're not catching the theme, I'm stealing from the Unrivaled League because I think the NBA All-Star Game should do this. Monday, you have the Rising Stars one-on-one tournament. Or you can make it a team game, whatever you want to do. But the winners should go on, like they did this year, to play against the All-Stars. I think that would be fair. I think that'd be fun. Getting to see some of these young bucks go up against one. Oh, my God, that'd be amazing. So that's Monday. That's what Monday's encompassing, right? The Rising Stars Challenge, one-on-one tournament, or team one, and then the team gets to go on, and then you have to play as one-on-one individuals. Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when you get the All-Star plus the Rising Stars tournament. So you get all those players playing one-on-one in a bracket, similarly to how the Unrivaled League did, right? I think that'd be kind of cool. That's Tuesday through Wednesday. Now, I hear what y'all saying. When do they rest? Well, Thursday, they get their break in. Also, keep in mind, too, not everyone's going to be playing immense time. So the people who are playing in the skills tournament, well, we got y'all on Friday, or we could push it to Saturday, whatever the case may be. But we got skills, I have at least for Friday, skills, 3-point, and the dunk contest on Friday. I think that should be fair. I don't think the dunk contestants are going to be playing in here, although Stephon Castle did. So maybe that's something to note. But, hey, if you're an athlete, you got to decide what you want to ultimately do. Or stomach it and let's go, right? Saturday, we got the 1v1 semifinals and finals. And then Sunday, we have the NBA pickup. Now, that's a large, fun basketball game with a lack of defense and all of offense. A la the NBA All-Star game. You see where that's going? Like, we get to see a bunch of competition. And then at the end of this, we get to see a fun game. Now, maybe we could switch some things around. Like, maybe we can put the NBA All-Star game on Friday, right? Because it's just a lackluster game. It's all highlights. We want to see the stars perform. So that could play into, hey, that's a rest day for them too. And then Saturday, you have the skills 3-point and dunk contest. And then Saturday, you have the 1v1 semifinals and finals. That could be an option as well. But I would personally rather see that than see what we've been getting. And again, because it's spanning over a week, teams get a little extra break. And the NBA is still generating revenue because you're pitching this as a week-long thing. I'm pretty confident people would want to see Kyrie Irving in a one-on-one matchup versus Victor Wembanyama. Oh my God, I would love to see that. In any round. I saw them in a 5-on-5 in All-Star game, and Kyrie almost made Wemby fall. Definitely made him. So I was like, oh, that's tough. So again, pitching this for an entire week, maybe you don't see as much ratings on Monday because the Rising Stars. Or maybe you can. Like, let's say next year Cooper Flag comes in, right? You hype up Coop enough or Ace Bailey enough, people might want to see them play. So again, I think this is the preferred route. Y'all let me know if I'm bugging though. Am I too optimistic on this? Do y'all got a better idea? Please let me know. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all heard my recap of the NBA All-Star Weekend and what I think we should do to fix it. Adam Silver, something has got to be done. And then also too, the playoffs. Oh my gosh, can I talk about the playoff? No, I can't talk about the playoff. That's gonna be another episode for another day, I guess. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you all like the episode. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all are having a good one. Take care.